All right. Hello. So this is me successfully writing data um, to the Firestore. So to get started, this is my Google Cloud Run function. So what we have here listed in our index.js is we have the bucket name and the collection name, which I had to add to the environmental variables up here in the edit and deploy new version. Um, where did they go? Um, right here. Yep, here it is. And I deployed that. And then um, let me go back to the index.js and explain it a bit more. So down here we have a function for EGR 425 2025, which is what I listed here as the function entry point. So this is triggered by an HTTP request and processes a custom header called M5 details. And this retrieves, the function retrieves this header, which is a JSON string, and then it attempts to parse the string into a JSON object. And if it fails, it'll catch it and once the JSON object is passed successfully, the function extracts sensor data from um, my M5. So we're using the VCNL 4040 as well as the SHT40. And then for storing data into Firestore, where is that? Const Firestore equals new Firestore down here. So we create this to store the sensor data. And then down here, we write the details to the Google Firestore. Um, so we get the Firestore collection name, and then we have a dummy user ID, which I set to Tim Allec. And then for each, for the user ID, there's a collection called data points, and then Doc will auto-generate document IDs based upon each new data that's being written to the Google Firestore. And then we write to a temporary file storage. This is what if you had like an SD card, but my M5 does not have an SD card, so therefore we just comment that part out. Um, but yeah, this is the code for successfully using the M5 to write data to Firestore using Google Cloud Function. And then this is the package.json. So I copied this from the box. And basically, we just initialize new dependencies for Google Firestore. And then in summary of the code, we're basically just taking the sensor data via an HTTP request, and then we store the data in Firestore, and then we upload all of that to Firestore using the user ID, which is defined in my main.cpp. And then you could also check the logs to see that we've successfully obtained data points from my data set. And if I go ahead and I believe it still is sending data. So if I go over here to Firestore, we should be able to see the data populate. As you can see, we have M5 data here, and Tim Allec is the user. And data points, there's been a lot of generation, but there should be one that pops up down here because it is taking in new data. Maybe to demonstrate, I'll do a different ID. Maybe it's. Let me re-upload and see if that was the issue.
in 11 seconds. That's a new record. Dude, you finished that fast. I finished that fast. 11 seconds? Have you ever finished that fast? I don't think so. I've gone for like 14. Yeah. No, that's still good though. That's pretty fast. So they call me very on for a reason though. That's all I'm saying. I'm a superhero. Dude, I like how we're just sitting in front of all the guy right up in there. I don't know what the hell we're talking about. When I say like a weird.
And then once this starts, I'll go ahead and monitor the Firestore to see if it's uploading properly. But for Tim Allec, this has been populated correctly using the main.cpp, and in monitor, sometimes you have to restart the M5 in order to get to connect to the Wi-Fi. But let's see. Oh no, it's successfully adding it. So if I just refresh this, we have Tim Allec 2 now, and these new documents should be. We already have 4 right here.
I think I got it.
I think I saw it like generate, rapidly before, but it seems like we're getting host is unreachable error, but it did upload 4 documents, and yeah.